Percent means divide by 100. So to change a percent into a decimal, we're going to replace percent with what it means. So for our first example, let's take 6%. So 6% percent means divide by 100. So this is literally 6 divided by 100. Now, since I want a decimal for my answer, the nice thing about dividing by 100 is it will just move the decimal. Specifically, it will move the decimal 2 times, and it will make the number smaller. So the decimal on 6 would be right here. So moving it once would make this 0.6, and moving it twice would mean I need an extra 0 in front of that 6. And so this becomes 0.06. Let's take a look at another example. Let's go with 150%. So 150% literally means 150 divided by 100. And again, I'm going to move the decimal 2 times and make the number smaller. So the decimal on 150 would be right here. Move it once, it will be on the other side of that 0, and twice it will be in between the 1 and the 5. So my answer is 1.50, but I don't need this extra 0, so I'm going to drop them off before I rewrite it. And so my simplified answer is just 1.5. Oh, and let's not forget to circle our answers. For our next example, let's do 3.9%. So just as the last two examples, this is 3.9 divided by 100, and 100 will move the decimal 2 times. So if the decimal is right here, once will make the 0.39, and twice will give me an extra 0 in front of the 3. So 0.039. For our next example, let's put a mixed number into our percent. So let's do 4 and 3/5%. Now, this is 4 and 3/5 divided by 100. But since I want a decimal for my answer, I'm going to stop and change 3/5 into a decimal. So 3/5, if we go through the work, will end up being 0.6. And if you're not sure how to do that, check out my other video on converting fractions into decimals. So this means that 4 and 3/5 then is 4.6. So this is 4.6 divided by 100. And just like the example we just completed, the 100 will move the decimal 2 times and make it smaller. So once, twice, we'll have an extra 0 out in front. And so 0.046 is my answer. For our last example, I'm going to do another mixed number, 44 and 4/9%. So this time, we have 44 and 4/9 divided by 100. But the complication comes in that if we go through the work, we'll discover that 4/9 is a repeating decimal, specifically 0.4 repeating. So that means that 44 and 4/9 is 44.4 repeating. So up here, 44.4 repeating divided by 100 will still move the decimal 2 times. But if I move the decimal once and then twice, we will end up with 0.444 with the last 4 repeating. Well, when we write a repeating decimal, we take whatever's repeating, we only write it once. Well, obviously, if there's a 4 here and 4, 4, 4, 4, 4 forever, then the 4 repeating now has basically started right here. And so for my final answer, this will just be 0.4 repeating.